Aces high, deuces low. Win a lot of money and get the dough on Card Sharks. And here is the stars of Card Sharks. Rodney1279. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to the Card Shark Showdown. Glad to have you with us. And let's get to the cards. So the computer will set up the cards, and we're going to start our game with our Card Sharkers. And our returning champion, who has won 2 games thus far, who has $28,000, Mathew V.
Hey, everybody.
You did really well in the money cards last time. You think you can keep it up?
I think I can.
All right, and then his challenger is Gary Newkirk.
Hi, people.
And here comes the R2-D2 machine coming out. And if y'all guys ready to go, I know y'all know how to play the game, so we're going to just get right into it, okay?
Okay.
And Matthew, you have the red cards, and Gary has the blue cards. And I want to wish the both of you good luck, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, the first question goes to you, Matthew.
Okay.
We asked 100 Marines, do you think the Marine Corps could do a better job running this country than the government is doing? Wow. How many Marines said that they could do a better job than the government?
Thank you for somebody who thinks like that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mean that to offend anybody, but, anyways, I think that the Marines do a lot of morally good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I would say, so concerning that, I would say, I think that'll probably be pretty high, so I'm going to go with 68.
Going 68, okay. And Gary, do you believe that number is higher or lower than 68?
Tad bit lower.
A tad lower. He says lower. Let me make sure of that. Lower. There you go. Okay, and let's see the answer. If it is lower than 68, you'll play your cards. If not, it goes to Matthew. The actual number of Marines that said they could do a better job is, well, I don't have to turn it over no more. It is 38. It is lower. Good job, Gary. All right, your opening card is a 2, Gary. What do you want to do about that?
Oh, no. That is so terrible. What was my card?
A 2.
It's a 2.
Oh, I thought you said something else. My bad. Okay, I'll say higher than the 2.
He's not changing it. And higher than a 2 is a 3.
Oh, my God.
Higher than the 3.
Higher than a 3. It's a 7.
Higher than the 7.
He's going for it. Higher than a 7. It's a 9.
Lower than the 9.
To win the first round right away. If it is lower than a 9, you'll win the first round right away. If it is not, you're going back to the 2. Lower than a 9. No, it's an ace.
Woo!
Gary, the magic word is freeze. That's all I gotta say.
I know, but you know I like being risky.
I understand, but people play their own way. All right, Matthew, you got another break. You have the 8.
Okay, now I gotta play it. I'm gonna go lower.
Lower than the 8. No, it's an ace and no progress. Will we put up more cards on the board? And Gary, this is your question. We asked 100 college sorority women, have you ever enrolled in a course just because you thought the professor was attractive? How many co-eds admitted they have? Gary? Are you there, Gary?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you hear the question?
Yeah, I'm reading it right now. Oh, jeez, is your role, of course, because you thought the professor was attractive. Well, yeah, some professors can be attractive from a woman's point of view. It's going to be a 50-50 shot. Depends on what the professor's going to look like in college. But I'm going to have to say a number of 52.
Going 52, okay? All right, Matthew, do you believe that answer is higher or lower than 52?
I think the professors, regardless of how cute some of them could be, I don't think that some sorority women would ever enroll in a course just because of the professor. So I'm going to go lower.
Going lower. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of co-eds that admit that they have enrolled in the course just because the professor was attractive is 57. It's not lower, it's higher. So, Gary, you get it. And you still have that too.
Okay, higher than a 2.
Okay, he's going higher than a 2. It's a 7.
Higher than a 7.
Going for it, higher than a 7. No, it's a 5. Matthew, free chance. You have that 8 you have to play.
Let's try higher this time.
Higher than the 8. It's a queen.
Lower.
Lower than the queen. No, it's a double. And again, no progress. So, Matthew, you're up.
Okay.
We asked 100 fifth grade students in Pennsylvania, have you ever dumped medicine down the drain to trick your mother into thinking you'd taken it? How many fifth graders admit they have?
Dumped medicine down the drain and tricked them into thinking they took it?
They tricked their mother into thinking that they took the medicine, their mother.
Oh my gosh, they are asking for a major grounding. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
I don't think they would do something that's stupid. So I'm going to say 13.
Going with 13, okay. All right, Garrison, is it higher or lower than 13?
Higher than 13.
It's going higher. Okay, the actual number of fifth graders that admitted they have taken some medicine and tricked their mother into taking it is... It's 19. It's a little higher. Good job, Jerry.
Thank you.
You still have that 2 to work with.
Higher than a 2.
Higher than a 2. It's a 5.
Higher than the 5.
Higher than the 5. It's a double. Sorry, Gary. Again, you have that 8, Matthew.
Let's try higher.
Higher than the 8. No, another double. Okay. Well, this is our 4th and final question. Somebody must win on this play of the cards. So control is critical. Gary, here's your question. We asked 100 waitresses, have you ever slapped a customer for being fresh? How many waitresses said they have slapped a that they have slapped a customer for being fresh? That's the question.
46.
Going with 46. Okay, Matthew, what do you think? Higher or lower than 46?
Oh my gosh, waitresses can be pretty bitchy. Some of them can be.
Wow.
And I don't mean to offend all the female waitresses out there.
Yeah.
I will say, I think that some waitresses act the way that they do, and you can't really blame them for that. So I'm gonna say a little lower.
You're going a little lower. Okay, let's check it out. This is an important decision. Let's check it out. The actual number of waitresses that said they have slapped a customer for being fresh is... It's 8, only 8. Good job. It is lower. Now you have a decision to make, Matthew. You have the 8. You have the power to change that 8 if you want to, but you have 4 cards to go in order to win this game. Gary has a 2, and he has 4 cards to go, and he does not have the power to change. Well, I don't think he's going to change the 2 anyway. You can play it or pass it to Gary.
I don't mean to be a bitch, but Gary is something.
So he doesn't want to keep control. Okay, Gary, you have to call all 4 cards. Make one mistake, it goes to Matthew.
Higher than the 2.
Higher than a 2. It's a 9.
Yes.
You just had to say that. If I lose, you're going to the witch doctor, buddy. Lower than the 9.
Lower than a 9. It's an 8.
Higher than the 8.
Higher than the 8. No, it's a 4. Matthew won game 1.
You're going to the witch doctor, Gary.
Nice job, Matt. You up to $29,000 now.
Thank you. Gary, arrange your appointment for the
Tang tang wah bing bang.
Oh no!
All right, so Matthew won game 1 now, but you know it takes 2 games to win a match. So Gary knows what he has to do in order to get back into it. So we're gonna go to round 2. The cards are dealt for round 2. Let's go into our first question this round. Right, and the question goes to Matthew.
Okay.
We asked 100 married women, have you ever refused to go out with your husband because you didn't have a thing to wear? How many married women said that yes, they refused to go out with their husband because they didn't have a thing to wear?
Oh my gosh. Ronnie, may I ask if that's happened to you?
No.
Oh, good.
No. Good thing for me. No.
I don't think your wife's very picky, is she?
No, she's not.
Oh, good. You got a good wife then.
Very good.
And anyways, concerning that, if a woman doesn't have anything to wear, they almost treat it like it's the end of the world.
Some women.
I don't think they should really be acting like that, because that's like way beyond dramatic. But for them to not go out with the husband because they don't have anything to wear, I think that's just kind of like one of the weakest reasons to not go out with the husband. So I will say, but despite all of that, I think that's probably going to be pretty high. And if it is as high as I think it is, I'm going to be very shocked. But I don't even know why I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say 62.
Going with 62. Okay. Garrison, do you think that number is higher or lower than 62?
I'm gonna say that's a middle number. Tad bit higher than 62.
He believes it's higher than 62, even higher than that. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of married women that say yes, they couldn't go out because they didn't have a thing to wear is 19. Is not higher, it's a lot lower.
Oh, wow.
I guess it is stupid then if they say that, Matthew.
Okay.
But Matthew, you got control of the cards, and you have the 10 to work with. What do you want to do with that?
Oh, let's change it.
Let's change the 10. The 10 becomes an 8. Sorry about that.
Yuck.
You've been dealing with those 8s all game, haven't you?
Yeah, higher.
Higher than the 8. It's a 9.
I'll freeze.
Keeping
like those 9s.
Yeah, keeping Gary away from his cards. And Gary, your question. Gary, we asked 100 fourth graders in Phoenix, Arizona to complete this phrase. Two's company, threes are what? How many fourth graders knew the phrase two's company, three's a crowd?
Gary's going to answer in the chat box. He says 57%.
57, okay. All right, and Matthew, do you believe the answer is higher or lower than 57?
For some reason, I think it might be lower.
Going lower. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of fourth graders in Phoenix, Arizona that said 2's a company, 3's a crowd is 75. It is not lower, it's higher, so Gary gets it. All right, Gary, your opening card is a 5. You can play it or change it.
My turn?
Yeah, you won the question.
Sorry, I had to talk to my folks about something. But anyways, my card's 5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know what? Let's change that card.
Okay, when you win the question, you got the privilege of changing the card. The 5 becomes a 10.
Ooh.
Out of all cards, let's go lower.
Lower than the 10. No, a double. Matthew, free chance. You have to play off the 9.
Lower.
Lower than the 9. It's a 5.
I'll try it higher.
Higher than the 5. It's an 8.
7 plus 1, I'll freeze.
I don't think there's going to be no more 8s in the deck after this, Matt.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's your third 8, I think. But here's your question, Matthew.
All right.
We surveyed 100 people who work, and we asked them, have you ever deliberately stayed late at work just to impress your boss? How many people admit that they have done that?
Oh my gosh, that's the idiot's guide to getting pretty. That's the idiot's guide to getting a write-up. Oh my gosh, staying late just to impress the boss kind of makes you wonder what they're doing.
Yeah, right.
I will say. Um. 51.
Going 51. All right, Garrison. Is it higher or lower than 51?
Oh, man. I'm going to say higher than 51.
He's going higher. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of people that admit they have stayed late just to impress their boss is 41. It is not higher, it's lower. So, Matthew, you get it. Now you have that 8 to work with. What do you want to do with that?
I'm going to change that 8.
I don't think there's any more in the deck. Let's see. The 8 becomes a 5. Call it right, and you're going to the money cards, Matthew.
Higher.
For the game for everything. Higher than a 5. You did it, Matthew. It's a 9. Good job.
Yes.
Well, that was very unique.
Very unique indeed. Well, Matthew, you're up to $30,000 exactly. And you're going under the money cards for $144,000 in a second. Well, Gary, you get $500 for playing the game. And thanks for playing.
You are most welcome.
All right, Matthew, you ready to do it again? This is your third win.
I'm ready.
You know, if you get 5 wins, we'll give you a $25,000 bonus. And also, you'll get to be in the Tournament of Champions automatically. So let's go ahead and get to the money cards here.
I think Mount 123 wants to be added.
Okay, sure.
I'll get him on. Oops.
Okay.
There we are.
Okay, you know the rules to the money cards, Matthew. I don't even have to explain it, do I?
Nope.
All right, just tell me what number you want to use to cut the cards with.
Let's go with second to last, 51.
Going 51. Okay.
Hey, can someone take calls? I'm going to sign off for the evening.
All right, Gary.
All right, y'all take care now, all right?
All right.
See ya.
Okay, there we are.
All right, let me get the screen share back on. Let me know if you can see the
I'm on.
screen.
Okay.
And here's your $1,000 to start you off. Now, you know you got 3 cards, 3 help cards in case if you need them, Matthew. You know about all of that. Your opening card is a 5 for $1,000. Now, you can keep it or change it.
Okay, it's a 5, you say?
That's correct.
I think I'll keep the 5, but I'm gonna go for half of it higher.
Okay, $500. Higher than a 5? No, it's a 2, but you got a good card.
All of it higher.
Okay, everything higher than a 2. It's an ace, $1,000.
All of it lower.
Sure, it's lower. Everything lower. Ooh, it's a double. Okay, well, we'll just add another $1,000 to your score. It's $2,000, and you still have a great card of an ace.
All of it lower.
Everything lower than the ace. Wait a minute. Let me get this first. Okay, everything lower than the ace. It's a 6. You're up to $4,000 in a 6.
Okay, I will change it with number 1.
Okay, he's going to change the card. Okay. The 6 becomes a 7. You have $4,000 in the 7, Matthew.
1,000 higher.
Okay, $1,000 higher than a 7. It's a 10. $5,000 and a 10.
I'm gonna be a bit risky. I'm gonna go for 4,000 lower.
Ooh,
since I can't change it.
Right, a big bet on a difficult card. Let's see if he's right. $4,000 lower than a 10. It's an 8. $9,000 you have. Now you're at the big bet, Matthew. Now the question is, do you want to keep that 8?
I'll change it with 3.
Those 8s love you, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a 3. The 8 becomes a 3. Now, Matthew, you have $9,000 to work with. You must bid at least $4,500 on this turn of the card, but you can bid more. What's your big bet?
You know what? No guts, no glory, no regrets either. I'm betting the farm higher.
Oh.
If you're right, Matthew, and if it is higher than the 3, your winnings will go up to $48,000, okay? Higher than the 3. It's a double, it's a push. No win, no loss. You still have the $9,000.
Well, I'll take it.
And with the money that you have won before, that brings your total to $39,000. And you'll get to play against another opponent the next time we play, okay? Alright guys, well we're going to stop the video early since Gary had to go. But this is Rodney1279 signing off saying be safe, be careful, take care of everybody, and thanks for joining us for Card Sharks. Goodbye everybody. Card Sharks has been an RCD Productions in association with the Skype Game Show Network and Mark Goodson Productions.